Hey guys, Long Haul Larry, Big Blue. Well, coming to Columbus, Ohio. And Big Blue's got an issue. Some sensor, I'm not really sure about at this moment. Some sensor is acting up. I got a check engine light on. Then the boss, he gets emails from the truck when there's a problem. It'll send him an automatic email with the code. And I asked him, I said, hey, I got a check engine light. What's the code? And he got back to me. It's something sensor. I don't know. Coming up, and it's gonna derate the truck in 8 hours if I don't get it fixed. And I guess it's covered under warranty. But he's like, it's real easy to change. Just find your stuff at Kenworth or a Cummins dealer and stop in there and pick it up. He says if it tries to derate you, then just throw it in. So that's what I'm doing. I googled Kenworth dealer, and there's one over here on the 270. Somebody asked me one time and said, if Big Blue is for sale, would you buy it? My answer then was no. And it's still my answer. I have really, I'm gonna be real honest with you, I have no use for these new trucks or newer trucks like this. And this one's a 15. And this one's been pretty good. I mean, it's had a few issues. A lot of times it comes up with a code or some sensor acts up. But then when you turn the key so many times, it automatically turns it off and it doesn't come back. I've had issues like that. And that may be this issue here. But I think the boss just wants me to grab one just in case. Alright, should be right over here someplace. 1.4 miles away, it says. But no, I wouldn't want any one of these new trucks. And that's the whole main reason why I don't like that Volvo that John drives. It's just everything is a sensor, everything is computerized. I have no use for it. Okay, right there's a Cummins dealer. A Cummins dealer would probably work too. I think he said a Cummins or a Kenworth dealer. Really wanted to get around me to get on there. Kind of thinking the Kenworth place is the Cummins dealer, because we're turning towards the Cummins sign. Well, woo! That's nuts. That was a lot of growling. I don't know what was up with those guys. It's this guy right up in front of me. He finally went in there and turned around, and the other guy was bobtailing and finally got out of there and stuff. I have no idea what they were doing. It just blocked the whole place. I just parked out in the road and put my flashers on and walked in there and checked it out, and they had the part, they had the sensor, and I'm figuring, you know, it's a stupid little sensor. I figure $130, $150 maybe for some stupid little sensor thing. And I figure, you know, whatever. And so I was like, whatever, and I whipped out a credit card, and all of a sudden the guy goes, yeah, it's $640. I was like, what? Wow, this guy here, he's quite the truck driver there. Used the right lane, but then he took all of them. But I was like, I gotta call the boss on this one, because this thing would be covered under warranty. And so I called out the boss, and he goes, you've actually had this code come up before, and it's gone away. But the problem, and he's like, do they have a quick bay they can get in to diagnose it? And I just kind of looked at him, and these two guys were sitting there chewing their jaw and sitting at their desk, and I said, no, I'm telling you right now, you're not getting in here. And the thing is, I only got like an hour or something left to drive, so I was kind of planning, I was hoping to make it over to Indiana, somewhere over there. And I said, well, if anything, I'll shut down tonight if it doesn't erase the code. And, you know, Indianapolis will still be in it. Then my boss is like, well, Indianapolis is like a week away. You know, they won't touch it for like a week. And he was like, if it was me, he goes, probably Green Bay could get you in, but it's supposed to derate in 8 hours. And if it does derate, which basically means it cuts the power. So he was like, you know what? He goes, what's their return policy? And I'm like, and the guy was sitting right there, and I asked him, can't get over here. And he goes, and the guy's like, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, what's your return policy? And he's like, well, if it's still sealed, you know. And I'm like, I understand that. And he goes, and shouldn't be a problem. And I said, no, not shouldn't be. I said, what's your return policy? And he's like, oh, well, you know, as long as it's sealed. I mean, we've had stuff out for 6 months and still taking it back. Like, whatever, dude. So my boss is like, hey, he goes, let's just buy it, take it with you. He goes, if you break down and it derates or something like this, then you can just fix it, keep the truck rolling, keep on the loads. You know, if it doesn't, if it goes away like it has, then maybe we can get it up to Green Bay and maybe they could diagnose it and figure out what's going on. I was like, all right, so you want me to buy this thing for $640? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, he goes, you need me to do a check or something? And I just looked at the guy, and the guy looked at me weird, like, what's that? And I said, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. So I had to pull out a credit card. So we'll see what happens with this, with Big Blue here. I hate sensors. I hate all these silly little sensors and stuff. It has something to do with the DF. I mean, like my 2002 Freightliner that's at home, I actually want to get an older truck than that. And that truck hardly has any sensors on it. I mean, it has like a knock sensor, and, you know, oil sensor stuff. You know, it has a few little sensors, but nothing that like this junk. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna have to start looking for a place to park, I guess. So I got me about 80 miles I can do, 80, 90 miles I can do here. Well, guys, we are running through Indianapolis, and I'm actually going through downtown here instead of running a 465 around. There was a big backup just coming into Indianapolis, and it said 2 right lanes, something about a snowplow or something. I don't know. I got part of a sign, so I got over into the left lane, and just a bunch of mess, and then there was nothing. I don't know what the deal was. But then I also saw a sign that there was an accident on the 465 North. So I decided I would come this way. Big Blue here in the sensors, it has cleared its own code. So I bought that $640 sensor. But I get it, you know, just to have it just in case. Saw what that state trooper just did. That was so unsafe. For some reason this guy wants to come over here. Let's go over here. I don't trust him. I surely don't trust this guy. I don't know what he's doing. That white pickup is like, what are you doing? So, yeah, what I did is I cycled the key, and a lot of codes will go away when you cycle the key so many times. I don't really know what the correct number of times are. I think they're different. But when I got up this morning, I sat there and would turn the key on, let everything cycle, all the gauges do their things, let everything do everything, and then I would shut it off. I did that actually like 10 times. And I took off and I still had to code. And just before I got to Indiana, I stopped and fueled. And I stopped and fueled, and I shut it off again while I was waiting. Then when I pulled up to the fuel pump, then I shut it off. I probably did about 3 more times there. And when I took off, I fired it up the last time I took off. As soon as I hit the on-ramp on the highway, my code disappeared. So, that's all cool. I'm glad it went away. I just really hate all these little sensors and all this stuff. It's so bad. But she's a runner now. Now I got me a $642.33 sensor. So next time I come to Columbus there, I'll stop in, just return it. Fire going right there. Some warehouses or something. Well, guys, we have made it. Sterling, Illinois. Tree branch kind of sticks right out to the off-ramp. Center. We already went past them. Walmart's going to be right up here on the left. I've been here before. It's been a little while though.
Yeah, in the center at the 37, as soon as you pop over that little hill to the right there on you.
Come on there, Mr. Pickup Truck. M&S pools and spas. Wow, look at this. 2, 4, 6 trucks. Well, my appointment is at 3:30. And it is 2:54, so I got a half an hour to get up to the gate. But I think I'll let you guys go. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, great night. So watch this your video. If you are not, certainly can change all that. Try it all over again tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.